Welcome to Expat Choice TV. I'm your host, John Gordon, and today in our continuing series where we highlight the works of Dr. Reshie Joseph of the Living Free Institute, we delve a little bit deeper into understanding trauma in the time of COVID-19.
Hi, my name is Dr. Reshie from the Living Free Institute, and I'm here to talk about the 5 major contributors to trauma in the time of COVID-19. The first, as I covered before, is alienation. I'd like to explain alienation today. And the best way to understand alienation is to understand its biological opposite. The biological opposite of alienation is attachment. So let me first begin by explaining what attachment actually is. Where does it come from? Why do we have it? What does it do? Etc., etc. Attachment first appeared on planet Earth with the emergence of birds. Before birds arrived on the planet, we do not observe any attachment behaviors in the animal kingdom. So when you go as far back as reptiles that emerged about 380 million years ago, 400 million years ago, we don't see any attachment behaviors in reptiles or in fish or in amphibians, frogs, for example. What they do is they lay their eggs and then they leave. They don't exist in big social groups. They might swim in shoals, they might move around, but there is no actual social interaction between them. There is no attachment from parent to child, brother to sister, young to old. We don't see any of that. The first time we observe attachment in the animal kingdom is with the emergence of birds. With birds, we see that when an egg hatches, the baby bird cries and the parents will feed the bird. And this is the first time that we see attachment in the animal kingdom. And this tells us something about what attachment is for. Attachment is a survival drive that gets us, when we're vulnerable, to attach to people who can care for us in a bid to ensure our own survival. So if we take the baby bird as an example, a baby bird in the wild that does not cry does not get fed, and a baby bird that does not get fed dies. Now, with the evolution of mammals and with the evolution of primates, we see attachment behaviors become more and more complex. And this is for one simple reason, and that is that animals, as they move up the evolutionary tree, become more vulnerable when they are born. And the more vulnerable you are as a species at birth, the more you need attachment in order to survive. And if we fast forward 200 million years from 300 million years from birds up to 70,000 years ago, when humans first emerged in the form that we are now, what we see are the most sophisticated attachment behaviors in the whole of the animal kingdom. And that is purely because a human baby at birth is the most helpless in the whole of the animal kingdom. A horse can run on the first day of its life. A human baby cannot even lift its own head on the first day of its life. So it must have a very powerful mechanism to ensure its survival. And this mechanism is attachment. It is the biological drive that propels us to attach to other human beings in a bid to ensure our own survival. And this is why attachment is so important in human beings. It's the reason we exist in social groups. It's the reason why when we're upset, we will turn and we will talk to someone. It's the reason why when we're angry, we will shout and we will cry. Look at an angry person. When they shout, when they get into a rage, the one thing that is guaranteed to make them angrier is if nobody pays attention to them. That is attachment drive in evidence. We are social animals. We don't like to think of ourselves as animals, but we are. We are animals with iPhones, but we are still animals. And we have this powerful biological drive to attach to other human beings, because this is a way of ensuring our own survival.
Having delved a little deeper to understand trauma in the time of COVID-19, if you feel any effect of any of the areas that have been discussed over the last few shows, please reach out and seek help at www.livingfreeinstitute.com. This is John Gordon reporting for Expat Choice TV.